Hey guys, welcome back to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangi and today we're in the Freedom Homestead kitchen and we are making yogurt.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
The reason why I'm doing this video, I've already made a video on how to make yogurt, but this time I'm going to try making yogurt using no special equipment. So I'm pretty sure that the majority of you already have these certain things around your house to make homemade yogurt. Making homemade yogurt is awesome because one, you can control the ingredients, you know where everything comes from, and two, it will save you a lot of money. So let me show you what I'm going to be using today. So there are a couple of things that are really necessary for making yogurt, and that is a good stainless steel pot, and you need a meat thermometer. I actually purchased this meat thermometer today at Dollar General for $4 and it has a 5-year warranty on it, so it's very inexpensive. These two things I think are probably the most important aspects of making homemade Greek yogurt. Stainless steel is easy to sterilize, it's easy to control the temperature, and again, the meat thermometer is important because you need your milk to reach certain temperatures to make sure that this process goes smoothly. Okay, so what are the ingredients that we are going to be using? Very simple. Now you can use raw milk, organic milk, whatever you have on hand, but I am just going to be using regular store-bought milk. This is half a gallon of 1%, and I also have almost a full gallon of whole. I'm gonna mix the two and it's gonna work. Okay, and the other important ingredient is yogurt. Now you can purchase yogurt cultures from different websites. You can also just purchase store-bought plain yogurt, but the key thing that you want to make sure is that it says it has active cultures. You want live active cultures. If it doesn't have that, this is not going to work. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my milk into my pot. I'm going to heat my milk over medium heat, and you want this to happen gradually. You don't want to turn this all the way up and then let it come to a boil, because for one thing, milk will stick to the bottom of your pan and it will burn. So and we definitely don't want that, so we're going to bring it up gradually. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons why I am making this yogurt now. I used to make our yogurt pretty regularly, but I got out of the habit. But a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to is, one, I am getting into soaking grains, including oatmeal. And whenever you're soaking grains, you want to use some sort of probiotic-rich acid to help break down the phytic acid that is a stomach irritant on grains. So that's one of the things I want to use this for. Another thing is that I want to get back into making homemade granola again. I love homemade granola with homemade yogurt. And my kids like smoothies, I like smoothies, and you gotta have yogurt for good smoothies, right? Okay, so we are going to let this come up to temperature. What temperature? We want it to come up to 180 degrees. In the meantime, you want to make sure that you're paying attention and that you're occasionally stirring your yogurt so it's not sticking to the bottom. So you're going to want either like a stainless steel spatula or a heat-resistant rubber spatula or silicone spatula that you can keep the bottom of your pot clean with. So I'm just going to be stirring this occasionally to keep the milk from sticking to the bottom. When we come up to 180 degrees, we'll come back. I'll let you know how long it takes. Right now it's 1:03 in the afternoon, so we'll see how long this takes. I just checked the temperature of my milk and it is at 180, and it took 30 minutes this time, which is unbelievable because it normally takes longer than that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this off the heat and I'm going to transfer this. Okay, so down here in my sink I have a stainless steel bowl, and I'm going to pour that milk into this bowl. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need the milk to start cooling down, and it will cool faster if you pour it out of the container that you heated it in. So I'm going to pour the milk into this bowl, let it cool down, and what we're looking for is we want the milk to get between, or to come down in temperature to be between 110 and 115. If we were to put the yogurt in the hot milk now, the heat of the milk would kill the live cultures. Also, I've been having this sitting out to get to room temperature. So that's something else that you will want to make note of. All right, so now I'm going to pour this into my bowl. Okay, so what I've done is I just have this big enamel pan and I filled it, or I put a couple of inches of cold water in there and then just set my bowl down in there, hoping to bring the temperature down a little bit faster. So we're gonna let this come down to between 110 and 115, and it's probably gonna take about an hour. So I will be checking it occasionally and then we'll come back. Okay guys, so the milk has come down to temperature. I took it out of the bowl with the cold water. I'm gonna stir it and just show you. When I checked it, it was at about 115. So as you can see, it is somewhere between 115 and 110, which is perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Greek yogurt, and it only needs a couple of tablespoons. I'm gonna take the couple of tablespoons, put it in there, whisk it until it's good and blended. In the meantime, I have a cooler that I have filled with hot water, and I'm just gonna let that hot water sort of warm up the insides. This is what we're gonna use to incubate our yogurt. That's the no special equipment title to this video. I've got my cooler filled with hot water, and I have my jars on standby. I've got 4 quart-sized jars because, of course, this is a gallon of milk. So I'm gonna get my yogurt mixed in, and I'm gonna get it poured into these jars. So to my warm milk mixture, I am going to add in about 3 heaping tablespoons of the Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt has not been flavored. It's just plain Greek yogurt with live active cultures. Now I'm going to pour out the hot water that is in my cooler. I'm going to try to work quickly so this heat doesn't escape. I've got some towels laid in the bottom. And then I'm going to just take my jars and wrap these in these tea towels. We're just insulating them is all we're doing. So those cultures will just thrive in this little incubator. More towels. Now we're going to close that up, and we're going to let this incubate for 6 to 8 hours, and when that time has passed, we will come back and check on it and see how we're doing. Okay guys, Jack is watching the playback of our live, for which I am still shaking. Anyway, it is time to check the yogurt. It's been sitting here now for 7 hours, And so we should be good to go. I'm gonna check it, give it a little jiggle, and see if it is done and with its incubation. So let's check. Okay, so first observation is that the inside of the cooler is, it's a little warm, but I just checked the first jar, and you guys, I have yogurt. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the next one. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Yogurt, yay! This is nice. It's been a while since I've made homemade yogurt. Actually, I don't think I've made homemade yogurt since we've lived in this house, which we've been here for a year, over a year. So that looks fantastic. One more. Look at that. Oh, that looks fantastic. All right, I just want to show you really quick how thick this is. Look at that. Yes, indeed. Now you can actually strain this overnight if you want to make like a thick Greek yogurt. You would just take a colander, set it down in a bowl, line it with a tea towel or cheesecloth, pour your yogurt on top of that, and then just set it in the refrigerator overnight to let all that whey drain, which is what I normally do. But I kind of like this consistency. I'm going to keep it like this. If you want to see how I drain it, I will link my first how to make yogurt video up at the top, and you can see not only how I make Greek yogurt, but I also show you how to make yogurt cheese. So it's an informative video if you want to give it a try, but basically the whole beginning part of it is exactly the same. Okay, so now I have my 4 almost full quarts of yogurt. I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time.